On March 12, 2025, several significant developments unfolded across the United States, reflecting the nation's complex political and economic landscape. Senate Democrats oppose Republican funding bill. Senate Democrats, led by Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, firmly opposed a Republican-proposed funding bill aimed at averting a government shutdown. The bill includes substantial budget cuts to essential services and programs, while allocating increased funds for defense spending. Democrats criticized the bill's partisan nature, highlighting the lack of bipartisan input and the potential negative impact on non-defense sectors. Republicans, instead of engaging in negotiations, initiated a campaign blaming Schumer for the looming shutdown, escalating tensions between the parties. Detention of Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil. Mahmoud Khalil, a Palestinian activist and recent Columbia University graduate, was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, on March 8, 2025. The government is attempting to deport Khalil using a seldom-invoked foreign policy provision, arguing that his presence could have adverse foreign policy consequences. Khalil's detention has sparked concerns among free speech advocates, who view it as retaliation for his pro-Palestinian activism. Legal experts contend that this move may overreach constitutional boundaries, potentially violating First Amendment rights. A federal judge has blocked Khalil's immediate deportation, with further hearings scheduled to assess the legality of his detention. Implementation of new tariffs and economic implications. President Donald Trump's administration enforced a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports, effective March 12, 2025, affecting imports from all countries. This measure is anticipated to increase consumer costs across various sectors. In retaliation, the European Commission announced counter-tariffs on $28 billion worth of U.S. goods, set to commence in April. Additionally, a global boycott of U.S. products is gaining momentum, further straining international trade relations. The stock markets reacted negatively, with significant declines observed in major indices, raising concerns about a potential U.S. recession. Department of Education workforce reduction. The Department of Education, under Secretary Linda McMahon, announced plans to lay off nearly half of its workforce, affecting approximately 1,300 federal employees. This decision aligns with the Trump administration's objective to downsize federal departments and delegate responsibilities to individual states. Critics argue that such substantial cuts could undermine the quality of education and limit access to essential educational resources. International relations and trade disputes. Canada's foreign minister condemned the U.S. tariffs, labeling them as unjust and pledging retaliatory measures. The escalating trade dispute between the two nations has led to heightened tensions, with potential implications for industries reliant on cross-border trade. Furthermore, the U.S. has paused negotiations on the Columbia River Treaty with Canada, signaling a cooling of diplomatic relations amidst the ongoing trade conflicts. Public protests and free speech concerns. The arrest of Mahmoud Khalil has ignited protests advocating for free speech and civil rights. Supporters emphasize the broader implications of his detention on constitutional rights, particularly concerning freedom of expression and the right to peaceful protest. Legal organizations and activists are closely monitoring the situation, underscoring the need to protect individual liberties in the face of governmental actions perceived as suppressive. These events collectively highlight the dynamic and often contentious nature of current U.S. political and economic affairs, reflecting deep-seated debates over policy directions, civil liberties and international relations.